Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming my December anti-haul video. I feel like I was really expecting the makeup releases to slow down in January. I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get a little break. I'm not gonna want anything. And lo and behold, the makeup companies are out with a vengeance to get all of my coins. There's so many fun new makeup releases that are coming out, and I will talk about those in a upcoming Will I Buy It video. If you guys like these kinds of videos, anti-hauls, Will I Buy It, ranking videos, I would highly recommend subscribing to my channel by hitting that subscription button, as well as turning on that post notification bell so you are notified every time I post a new video. Now, I do want to highlight a new launch that I just saw was announced, and I received this in PR, and it is the new Sigma Lip Care Collection. So there are 3 items that they launched, and it is a lip rescue enriched with hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, and jojoba oil. So I'm very excited. There's a moisturizing lip balm that is dewy for $16. This is to wake up your lips with a soothing pH activated burst of nourishment. There is an afternoon hydrating lip gloss. This is considered a glazed formula for $18. Give your lips a shimmery pH activated boost of hydration throughout the day. And for nighttime, they have a conditioning lip mask. This is a silken texture for $18. Apply this leave-on mask to soften and restore your lips while you sleep. The lip care trio is $39, and when you get all 3 in one set, you save $13. This is going to be available January 12th on sigmabeauty.com. So I never usually get anything before it launches, so I was pretty excited to see what Sigma had sent me. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I had received this. I am going to be testing these out. I only put the morning moisturizing lip balm on my lips for a few minutes yesterday when I received the package. So I will keep you guys posted in an upcoming video. But thank you, Sigma, for sending this to me. And I just wanted to mention in case you guys were looking for some new hydrating lip products. Okay friends, so now it's time for the anti-haul. I will say I attempted to overline my lips today. It's definitely a technique I want to try and get better at, but I'm still not used to it. So if I kind of fluffed up my lips, I apologize in advance. Don't come for me in the comments. Without further blabbering, let's get into the December anti-haul. Okay, so the very first thing I am anti-hauling in the month of December is the new Clinique Celebration Pop Highlighter for $26. This is actually launching in celebration of the Lunar New Year, which I think is so fun. And I love that brands are like embracing other cultures and celebrating different types of holidays. I would love to see even more things like this in the future. And don't get me wrong, I definitely contemplated this highlighter. I added it to my cart a few times. Thankfully, I believe it's like sold out everywhere now, and I'm so happy because as cute as this is, it's another gold-ish highlighter, and I feel like I have so many highlighters like this, so I need to stay clear. I really like the price point as well. I think it's nice and affordable, but I just got my cookies and milk highlighter from Glamlight. I also have their s'mores highlighter palette, which is the highlight I have on today. So I really just have no need for a highlighter, so I'm passing on that. The next thing I'm anti-hauling is the BH Birthday Collection palette for January. It's the Garnet palette, and I love the price point of this. It's a $9 palette, which I think is so nice. Very, very tempting because who doesn't love a nice affordable eyeshadow palette? The other great thing is BH really turned it around in 2020. So many more people were talking about the brand. They really came out with some solid products, and I know all of us were waiting in anticipation to see what they would launch in 2021, and I definitely have some hope for the birthday collection as it progresses. Definitely the collector in me wanted me to pick up this palette and start a collection, but in 2019 I was one of the very few people that tried to keep up with the Zodiac collection, and I felt like those palettes just kept getting even more ridiculous as time went on. So I did decide for myself to stop collecting those palettes. And I felt like with the Garnet palette, I didn't feel the need to purchase it, so why get something that I didn't need to purchase because it was cheap? So I did decide to pass on it, but you guys will have to let me know. Did you guys pick up the Garnet palette? I'm excited to see what people think about it, because it definitely wasn't my favorite color story. It kind of reminds me of the Dose of Colors Minnie Mouse palette that they did a few years ago. So it was an easy pass for me, but I'm curious to know if you guys picked it up. The next thing I'm anti-hauling is JLo Beauty. Now, I really haven't done that much research into JLo's beauty brand. I think it's mostly focused on skincare, and right now I feel like I have all the skincare I need. I've kind of gotten my routine down as far as my favorite moisturizer, my favorite toner. I'm really not an eye cream person, so I don't really have anything for that, but I feel like I have a solid skincare routine, so that part of it really didn't tempt me. And honestly, I didn't really research it that much. So let me do that now since I have the internet. Okay, so basically it's all in this beautiful rose gold packaging. I do think it looks nice and very high end. So there is a glow serum with olive complex for $79. So that is a serum. I haven't really gotten into serums. There is a highlighting complexion booster for $39. I don't really know why I would need that if I have the Charlotte Tilbury. What is this thing called? The Flawless Filter. I feel like that would be very similar. There is a night cream with hyaluronic acid for $58. Limitless Glow Sheet Mask, Fresh Take Eye Cream for $48. So it's pretty like solid Sephora pricing, but it does say on here it's launching online and in stores on Sephora on January 14th, so you can keep an eye out for that. The next thing I'm anti-hauling, I am actually pretty shocked that I wasn't tempted to buy this, but I don't know, I feel like this was a pass for me. So e.l.f. launched a new collection called the Mint Melt Collection, and there were a few different things here. They had some eyeshadow sticks for $5, a cooling cleanser for $8, a Mint Melt Cleansing Cloud for $4, Mint Melt Whipped Face Mask for $8, cooling face primer for $8, Mint Melt eyeshadows for $4, Mint Melt gloss for $4, and you could also get a brush trio for $8. So I really love this for e.l.f. I bought all the little bite-sized palettes when they first launched. I do love the hot jalapeno one. It's really good, the green one, I think for $3. Pretty solid collection, but I don't need any more of these, so I'm not going to pick any up, but I feel like this is such a cool thing for the drugstore market, and the price point's really great too. So the next new brand that is kind of doing a secret sneak peek, you can buy this with like a password situation, is the new brand called About Face by Halsey. Now, I know some of Halsey's music, but I'm not gonna lie, I just kind of listen to whatever's on the radio. I'm not like hip to the new music that's cool and whatever, but I did take a look at this line because I was really curious. The promo shots look really interesting, but once I got on the website, I wasn't really that drawn to it. I think another thing too is when a brand launches for the first time on their own site versus like a retailer like Sephora or Ulta, it does make me feel a little bit better about spending money when I know if I don't like the product, I can take it back, versus something like this that's more of an independent brand. Now, I do shop from indie brands as well, but I don't know, something about this collection, I just don't feel like it's speaking to me, because you guys know I love an eyeshadow palette. So if she had an eyeshadow palette, I'd probably be more interested, but I know that I don't usually use single shadow sticks, so it's an easy pass for me, but I'm very excited to see what my friends think of this particular brand once they try it out. So the next thing I'm anti-hauling is the Dior Spring Collection. Now, they launched some really beautiful quads and some really beautiful eyeshadows and things like that, and I somehow decided that I was going to try Dior in 2021, so I did buy one of their quads. I bought the quad, no, it's not a quad, it's a quint. Is 5 called a quint in tutu, and honestly, so far I'm not really shook by it. I haven't used it on its own yet, so I need to do that, but it's an easy pass for me on the new Dior stuff. I did see some other stuff that they're launching soon. There's like a really pretty blush that's coming out that I might have my eye on. But it's so weird for me. I feel like the only big high-end brands that I really love are Pat McGrath, and then Gucci Beauty is like a new one that I'm into. I'm actually wearing the Gucci Beauty foundation today. I bought it when it launched on the Gucci website, and I haven't actually done a dedicated review to the foundation, but I've been wearing it in a few different videos. But this is what it looks like, and I put this makeup on at like 7:30 this morning, and it is 7 o'clock at night when I'm filming this video, so I haven't really touched up other than just a little bit of concealer around my mouth, because I ate a few meals today. So other than that, I haven't really done anything to touch up my makeup. Maybe it shows, I don't know. But with Dior, I have a few things from them. I have like their highlighting palettes from like their Backstage line. But as far as like the Dior like expensive makeup that you can get at the counter, I haven't really dabbled. We'll see. There might be some things that catch my eye in 2021. Who knows? So the next thing I'm anti-hauling are the Natasha Denona, the lip crayons in 8 shades. I think this is so fun that she is branching into lip liners, and of course with Natasha Denona I'm always interested in her new launches, but I just got a bunch of lip liners from ColourPop, so the last thing I need is more lip liners. I'm all set because I bought one of their lip sets from their holiday line, and those are really creamy. I see why people say such good things about the ColourPop lip liners. I love the price point. There's so many colors to choose from, so very happy with that. So I'm not going to be needing any lip liners from any brands. The Natasha Denona line is new, so that is 8 shades for $22 in case you guys are interested. The next thing I'm anti-hauling is the NARS Air Matte lip colors that they just launched for $26, and the Air Matte blushes for $30. So this collection was actually available in my Ulta store. I ran in there to grab something, I don't remember what, and I saw the collection, and the blushes are actually bigger than I thought. I was wondering, since they were in a pot, if they were going to be the size of like that concealer pot, because those are pretty tiny. But I feel like if I had to give you guys a comparison, it was about the size of this highlighter. That's about the size of the Airbrush blush. So I was low-key curious, but I bought so many blushes in 2021 even already. Like, I just got the new flower blushes. I didn't even know they had launched these, and then I saw a Instagram ad, so I got the shade Spice Petal and Berry More. These are really nice, and I love that they did new shades because I feel like the shades they had were very mid-tone. I was really interested in this Berry More shade because it looked like it had a sheen to it, and I was like, yes, give it to me. This color and this color are like my favorite kind of blush shades, and this one really reminds me of the Patrick Ta blush in, is it She's So Different? Actually, they both remind me of my favorite Patrick Ta blushes. So here's Berry More with Oh She's So Different. And so if you're looking for a good drugstore dupe, I do like the Flower Beauty formula. And then Spice Petal looks very similar to She's So LA. So I feel like Drew Barrymore, who I believe owns Flower Beauty, was definitely doing some magic there. So anyway, where was I going with this story? Oh, that's right. I've bought so much blush in 2020 and even to start off 2021. So I don't need any more blush. So I'm passing on that. And the lip products did look nice. I really need to bring back some of the habits I was trying to ditch in 2020, and then COVID happened and my low buy went to hell, but I am trying to be a little bit more careful about the makeup I buy just so I don't accumulate stuff for no reason. But yeah, how pretty are these blushes? I'm so pumped to try these, and I know I like the Flower Beauty formula, so I'm really glad they did new shades. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. So I'm passing on the new NARS Airbrush collection. The next thing I am anti-hauling is the Fenty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation, and this was really cool because I feel like I haven't really heard too many brands launch powder foundations, and honestly I feel like powder foundation for the climate I live in wouldn't really work because my skin is dry and I already live in a very cold place. So in the winter time, I feel like I need to make extra effort to hydrate my skin, and I feel like powder foundation is the last thing my skin needs. So it's an easy pass for me, but I'm sure, you know, you guys that have oily skin might be interested in this. There are 50 shades for $36. I just love how Fenty comes out with such innovative products at a pretty reasonable price point. I think 36 bucks for a solid foundation is a good deal. My favorite Fenty foundation so far is the original. Her matte foundation, for some reason, works really well for me. In the wintertime, listen, I don't know how to explain these things. All I know is what works for me. I just want to let you guys know. But yeah, that's my favorite Fenty foundation. So I'm going to be passing on the powder foundation for now. The next thing I'm anti-hauling is the Hip Dot X My Chemical Romance palette collaboration. You guys are going to cancel me. If you are, that's fine. But I really don't know that much about like what music My Chemical Romance sings. I feel like I've definitely heard them. It's just not like something that comes to mind right away. So I know a lot of My Chemical Romance fans were really excited about this collaboration. I felt nothing, so it was an easy pass for me. The next thing I'm anti-hauling is the Wet n Wild Big Pop Mascara. They also launched some Color Icon 5-pan palettes, so there were 6 of those for $3.99, and then some Color Icon 10-pan palette for $5.99 in 4 shades. So I am really pumped to see Wet n Wild do some new in 2021. I honestly can't remember what they launched in 2020, but Wet n Wild is one of those drugstore brands I do pay attention to. They have some solid products, highlighters, really good bronzers, and I like some of their foundations as well. So I do keep an eye on Wet n Wild, but I really don't need any more eyeshadow palettes, especially from the drugstore. And like I said, I'm just trying really hard to work on curating what I buy in 2021. So I think these are wonderful, and it seems like a lot of people picked them up and created videos on it. So highly recommend checking out some reviews before you go spend your hard-earned money on it, but it's an easy pass for me. The next thing I'm anti-hauling is the Buxom White Russian collection. I also saw this at my Ulta, which was pretty shocking because I feel like my Ulta is not that poppin', but apparently, you know, apparently we got all the new going on. So I think this collection is not for me. I do think it's kind of boring. That's just my personal opinion. Doesn't mean that has to be your opinion. And if you love this collection, I'm so happy for you because not everything needs to be made for me. So anyway, I think it's a little bit boring. It's an easy pass for me. I think this looks like it would be a beautiful like bridal palette if you're into that kind of soft, sultry makeup. So that's my thoughts on those, but it's an easy pass for me. The next thing I'm anti-hauling is the MAC Lunar New Year collection. Now, this highlighter is so cute. Again, same as the Clinique. I definitely thought it was so cute. I love the fish that they have pressed on there, and it's really fun looking packaging. So I definitely contemplated buying the highlighter when they originally launched it, and I definitely went on the MAC website and I looked at it, but it was an easy pass in the end because another thing I really don't need any more of is highlighter. So I passed on the Lunar collection from MAC. Okay, the next thing I'm anti-hauling is a mascara, and this is a new one from Bite, and I feel like Bite hasn't really done a whole lot of new this year, but they're also not one of those brands I'm like really chasing after, so it's an easy pass for me. Again, I saw a few YouTubers had posted videos on it, and maybe with time I'll check it out, but I'm not really in the market for a new mascara right now, so easy pass on that for me. So the next thing I'm anti-hauling is the Glam Vice Duochrome Retro Liners that are $98 for the bundle. I think this is really fun. I did see a few people hauling this stuff, and I do like my water activated eyeliners. I definitely have more than I will ever need, but right now I just don't see myself purchasing a product like this. I do have some multi-chrome type eyeliners, I think from JD Glow, that I purchased like 2 years ago now, and I hardly ever use them. I'm just not one for single eyeshadow type products, single eyeliners. I have my Lethal Cosmetics eyeliners on my desk here, but as far as anything new, I'm not really interested, so it's an easy pass for me on that. The next thing I am anti-hauling is the ColourPop Wine Collection. Now, this is a beautiful burgundy eyeshadow palette, and there was a time where I used to try and collect the ColourPop 9-pan eyeshadow palettes. I did give up. I think in the middle of last year, I was like, okay, this is excessive. A lot of these shades feel repetitive and I don't need to buy more. So I did end up passing on the wine collection. There were some beautiful Super Shock cheek blushes in this collection that I was definitely tempted to purchase. But as I said, when we were talking about the NARS blushes, I don't need any more blush right now either, so it was an easy pass for me on that. The next thing I'm anti-hauling is another NARS collection. This is so strange. I feel like NARS is like really getting some hype in 2021, and they launched a collection called the Claudette collection. A lot of my friends were really interested in this collection. Personally, for me, it looks a little light, like that blush and bronzer duo thing. I feel like would be way too light for me. I think some of the promo photos definitely make it look a little bit darker than it really is. Honestly, I'm not really interested in this collection, so I'm not going to do any more research into it. But if you guys picked it up, definitely let me know down in the comments. The next thing I'm anti-hauling, oh my gosh, I thought this palette was so ugly. This is the Artist Couture Club Daddy palette. Now, I feel like this collection got a lot of good hype because it was kind of a collaboration between the owner of Artist Couture and John, who is Katie's husband, and I really like his personality and they both seem really genuine and nice, but I feel like this collection was not intended for me, but I also kind of wish it was because I would love to buy more things from Artist Couture. But when you make a palette like this, it makes it so easy for me not to want it. So I'm not going to convince myself to buy things that I don't want. So it was an easy pass for me. The next thing I'm anti-hauling is the ColourPop Big Poppy collection. Now, this is another 9-pan eyeshadow palette from ColourPop. It's an all matte kind of rusty orange neutral leaning palette, and honestly I don't know. I feel like hasn't ColourPop done this 100 times over? And listen, I'm not the one to talk because I still buy from ColourPop. I'm wearing ColourPop lip liner, I'm wearing the Fade into Hue eyeshadow palette. Yes, I know I said I wasn't gonna buy it, but I freaking did because so many people reviewed it and said such good things about it, and I was like, well, now I need to try it, so I bought it. First impression, I used the purple shadows and I wasn't blown away. So if you're like me and you watched a bunch of reviews and you're like, oh my god, everybody likes this palette, maybe I should get it, think again. Think again. Just really think about it. So anyway, the Big Poppy palette was an easy pass. There were some beautiful blushes, and I was even on the ColourPop website today and I saw some beautiful liners that they launched with this collection, but I just don't need any of it, so I passed on it. The next thing I'm anti-hauling, this one's an easy one too. I feel kind of guilty at how easy some of these things are to anti-haul, but it is the Dragon Beauty eyeshadow palettes that they launched. I just have no interest in supporting Dragon Beauty. It's not really my vibe, it's not really my style, plus I don't want to pay any kind of money. I mean, I don't want to pay more than like $5 for those eyeshadow palettes, if I'm being honest. And personally, I wouldn't even really want them for free. So I don't know. I feel like that's a good indication that I don't need them. Okay, the next thing I'm anti-hauling is something I really wanted. It's the Sonia G Keaki set. Keaki set? I don't know if I said that right, but I wrote it down in my notes as Keaki, and it's a $125 brush set. And don't get me wrong, I have been known to buy some bougie brushes in my day, but I feel like I'm so satisfied with all the brushes I have. I rearranged my room over the holidays and I was able to organize all my brushes so now I can see them easily, and I have all my eyeshadow brushes kind of on my desk here, so I really don't need to spend $125 on brushes right now unless it's something I really want for like collector's purposes, which I'm not that serious about collecting eyeshadow or makeup brushes in general. I know some women really love to collect them. It's not really that serious for me, so I'm gonna be passing on that for now. The next thing I'm anti-hauling is the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream Foundation. So this is a $14 CC cream that e.l.f. launched, and I did see some reviews. I haven't watched them myself. I was curious to get it just to try it out because I know people raved about the Cosmetics CC cream, which I was not a huge fan of. There are some e.l.f. foundations that I've tried in the past that I have enjoyed, and I feel like e.l.f. does do a decent job of having a kind of inclusive color range as far as their foundations go. I think their one foundation that you can get at Target. It has like 40 shades, which I think is pretty awesome. And I really like the undertones they have as well. So anyway, I was low-key curious. I put it in my cart. I took it out of my cart because I had a little Ulta coupon. But at the end of the day, I feel like I really like my Gucci foundation. I really like my Huda Beauty stick foundation. So why am I trying to buy more foundation? I'd rather save that money and put it towards an eyeshadow palette review for you guys. So pass on that for now. And then the last thing I'm anti-hauling for the month of December is another ColourPop offender. We have the ColourPop X Hello Kitty collection. So I was never a big fan of Hello Kitty growing up. I know so many other people are still diehard Hello Kitty fans. It's not for me, and I feel like they did a good job telling the color story of Hello Kitty in this collection, although I do feel like Hello Kitty does wear some red, so like a fun red eyeshadow would have been a good inclusion. But you know what, I don't work for ColourPop, so whatever. But stuff like this just makes it really easy for me not to buy it, so that makes me happy. So it's a pass for me. Okay guys, that is everything for my December anti-haul. Let me know what items you decided to pass on in the month of December. Was there anything I mentioned that you were really excited about that you did end up picking up? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments. You guys know I love chatting to you in my comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you in my next video soon. Bye!